What's good, Green Screen Entertainment fans? Your boy Jay Green is back with yet another review. This time, I'm gonna bring y'all Rampage. Now, this movie stars Dwayne Johnson, Naomi Harris, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and it was directed by Brad Peyton. This is the same guy that's brought us such American classics like Journey to the Mysterious Island. Now, for those of y'all out there who have no idea what Rampage is, it is basically another film in the long list of films based off of a video game. And the reason why this film works for me today is because it held true to its roots. Back in the day, in the video game, just like this movie, it's based off of gigantic monsters trying to level a city. The only difference is they put a little bit of heart into this film and they put a little bit of science behind the technology that makes these monsters so big, so you can kind of have a little bit of grounded believability to the storyline. I like that shit. Now, I'm going to give Rampage some props. One, because of the fact is this movie knew when to take itself serious and when not to take itself serious. A lot of movies actually have a problem with that. They try to throw some serious information at you and then right after that, throw in a joke or some silly ass moment, and it just does not work. This movie did it perfectly all the way throughout. When we needed to have a little bit of fun, when we needed some levity, it was there. When we needed a moment to understand how the fuck is this even possible? How can this even go down, and why wouldn't our characters be doing this or that? It took itself serious enough to explain it, and because it built up that world properly, you believe it, you're invested, you're having a great time. Now, I also want to give it up to the boy Brad Peyton. You know, I joked earlier about the fact that he directed Journey to the Mysterious Island, but he directed The Rock in that film. He also directed The Rock in a later film, San Andreas. Now, if San Andreas and Journey 2 came together and had a baby, it would be Rampage, with the fact that San Andreas is a shit show of destruction and Journey 2 is awe, it's spectacle, it's fantasy, which is also in Rampage. So, you know what they say, third time's a charm. He fine-tuned all the work that he did with CGI. He fine-tuned storytelling. He's fine-tuned his work with The Rock, and he's gotten more out of The Rock as their careers have progressed together. This movie is great, and I definitely give Brad Peyton props for a job well done on the direction. Another thing that I'm gonna give Brad Peyton props on is getting things looking authentically correct. What I mean by that is there are military people in this film fighting these monsters, and they are moving, they are talking, and they sound like what you would see in a legit military type film. I'm not exactly sure when it started. I'm not exactly sure what director kicked it off. But at one point in time, way back in the day, when Blockbuster Video was still around, you would be able to see a movie where it was like military type tactics going on and it looked cheesy as fuck. Unbelievable as fuck. But at some point in time, some director, producers, or I don't know what authentic coordinator they got on the set of some of these movies, it started to look official. You know, I love movies when they do that, and this movie does it. Even though that's not the focal point of the film, it still takes its time to make that shit look official and make it look raw and grimy. And if this movie was rated R, there's scenes in this movie I'm like, damn, are they getting away with this? I mean, there's a kid sitting to the right and to the left of me, and there's some nastiness on the screen, but I ain't mad. Look, guys, in the end of the day, there wasn't much about this movie that did not entertain me. In the beginning, there was a couple of actors where their performances were like a little bit whatever, but you're not going to a movie like this for performances. There was also an accent that Jeffrey Dean Morgan had that I'm like, I don't get the accent, but whatever. Other than that, I had a fantastic time with this movie. Go see it in the fucking theater. 3D, IMAX, or just a big-ass screen with a lot of people around you so you can have a fantastic time. We're talking about peanut M&Ms, we're talking about popcorn, we're talking about all of that shit. You're gonna have a great time, I promise you that. Yo, anyways, I hope I gave you a little bit of insight or enough insight to want to go and check this movie out in the theater. While I have you here, if you've liked what you heard, if you like what you've seen, do me a favor, like, subscribe. Your boy, I'm out.